Hola chicos. Hey again. So, real quick, I'm just gonna kind of take you through just how we're gonna use ELC for the semester. Okay. I've already there's one that's separate for talking about Connect. Okay. So, any questions or you want to see something about Connect, then you can go to the to that video, and I'll show you where that is. Okay, I'm going to put ELC in student view for us to see. If you have those questions about Connect, okay, which is our ebook, okay, and all of our homework assignments, click on Connect. This is access to Connect, the book, and all of our homework. The Connect intro video will take you and guide you a little more there, okay. So let's see. We'll go back here. So if this is the first time you're watching this video, you probably clicked on the folder that says Bienvenido, start here. Okay, so make sure that you've gone through and done this entire checklist just to make sure that ELC is configured and all that good stuff. So day by day, what you're going to want to be doing is consulting the week 1, week 2, depending on whatever day it is, okay? These checklists are going to pop up, okay? And obviously, as the course goes on, week 3, week 4, week 5 are going to pop up, okay, as the time comes, okay? And anytime you need to consult for information about quizzes, midterms, oral exams, all the guidelines for that stuff, that'll be here, okay? And again, I'll let you know when those things come up, okay? So let's go ahead and just let me just talk about the daily syllabus real quick. This daily syllabus is going to be reflected on the checklists, okay? This information here will be on these week 1, week 2 folder checklists, okay? So I'm just going to take us to week 2 because it's the first real official week of class, okay? We start Thursday, so that's kind of like a half week there. All right, so week 2, okay, we have every day, lunes hasta domingo, and I made the weekend a 2-day folder, okay? So there's nothing due on Sunday, but Monday there will be, okay? So you have objectives here, the things that we're going to be covering in each chapter, okay? So you click there, and that'll give you a list of like what grammar we're going to be doing and all that good stuff. So every day, except for Sunday, you're going to have assignments due on Connect, okay? And this is going to tell you, Hoy en Connect, what do I need to do on Connect today? Read these pages in the book, okay? And then after you read, it'll tell you, okay, go ahead and go on Connect, on Connect, you go and complete these grammar or vocab activities that I just read about, okay? And for some of them, the prácticas and the leer, escribir y escuchar, which are right here, these are not due. I say begin working on them. I recommend that these assignments that are called prácticas and leer, escribir y escuchar, they take a little more time to complete. So, and they covered the entire chapter's worth of content. So I do recommend going ahead and starting it as you want. Okay, I don't want you to come to whatever day these are due, the 11th of June, and be like, holy crap, there's a bunch of stuff due today and I haven't worked on any of it. So like I say, it's really good on an online course to be a little, like a step ahead, okay? If you have a free day, you want to catch up, that's a really great idea, okay? Okay, so that's what's due on Connect for that day. You can check it off when it's done. And then down here, since this is a Monday, okay, Mondays we're gonna start a new week. Every week starts on Monday, okay, and every week ends on a Sunday. So in a new week, we're gonna have in each week 2 Google Hangouts on air. And this is gonna be our partner conversations, okay, about the topics that we are learning about that week. The 4 parts of a learning language are writing, reading, listening, and speaking. And so to practice speaking and listening, we're going to be doing virtual chats, okay, using Google Hangout on air. Okay, so if to look for a partner for this, I've created a forum, okay, which will be provided here, week 2. Okay, so basically you're just going to go here and post your availability, like, oh, I can't, if anybody's free on Thursday or whatever, post that information, look for somebody, you're going to find someone that'll be willing to work with you, okay? And so this is just a little reminder saying, both Google Hangouts of the week are due on Sunday night, okay? At 11:59. So You can pick any 2 days of the week to do your Google Hangouts. They just need to be submitted by, okay, the end of the week. Okay, you're going to find the information to the Google Hangouts on here. So you're going to click here and that'll take you to basically how Google Hangout is going to go. Okay, and then the topics for the week are found, are here. Week 2, Google Hangout on Air topics. I'm just going to open these and come back to them. Okay, so again, there's going to be a reminder saying like, do a Google Hangout today. You don't have to do it today, but you need to do it by the Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next day. Martes. I'm going to go to, okay, let me see. Miércoles. Okay, I say here, first Google Hangout on Air. I'm just recommending you that you do one, okay? That you do one, and then just so you won't be like, you know, under pressure to get them both done by Sunday at 11:59, okay? So it's just a little reminder, all right? And it tells you, I gave you a tutorial for the first one, just to kind of take you step by step on how to do it. And also make sure you go through Google Plus to do a Hangout, okay? Okay, so talking about Google Hangouts, I'm going to go back to table of contents. Okay, all this Google Hangout information is going to be found in this Google Hangouts under folder. Okay, so the stuff that I post here, you'll also find it on this folder here. Okay. Okay, so here, this is what I sent you guys in the first email. This is where you, it's a little spreadsheet of your name and your Gmail address. So if you lose somebody's email or something and you need to find it, it's going to be in this one here. Okay, the guidelines and instructions. Okay, to all Google Hangouts. Here is a step-by-step tutorial of how to set up a Hangout on Air. Okay. And then your weekly Hangout questions, there's a link here. So every single week, okay, weeks 2 through 8, your questions, your prompts are going to be here. Okay, so that's where you'll go. And before Sunday at 11:59 of each week, you're going to submit a weekly Google Hangout form. Okay, and that again is also going to be on your checklist. Okay, so when you click on that, each student needs to do this as well. Okay, even though there's 2 of you involved. Okay, both of you need to submit. So you type in your name, your Google address, which week this is for, week 3, 4, whatever. And then at the end of the Hangout, you're going to be provided with a link, okay? And so you're going to put the link here for the first Google Hangout and when it was done, okay, the day that you did it. And then for the second one as well. Okay, you submit that, and I'm going to get all these forms in a nice little pretty Excel spreadsheet. And that way I have access to those Google Hangouts that you did so I can have a look at them. Okay? So that's there. Okay. And then this is the rubric here that I'm going to use to grade your Hangouts. I'm not going to look at every single Hangout. Okay? But I will be looking at some. So just as because they will be graded, no? Because this is going to be or half of your participation grade. Okay? So basically 10% of your grade. Okay? So basically it's saying how much effort did you put into your Google Hangouts every week as far as vocabulary, okay, length, okay, etc., etc. Okay? So that's there for you to consult whenever you need to. All right. Now the other part of our participation, we have the Google Hangouts, which is 10%. And then the other 10% is going to be our discussion forums. Okay. And this is also going to be included on our checklists as well as on our daily syllabus. Okay. Your participation column is right here. Daily participation activities. Okay. So that'll include, remember I said that at the end of each week on a Sunday, both week 2 Google Hangouts are due. Okay. Now we're going to have 2 different types of forums during the week. One is going to be a culture forum. One is going to be a language forum, or like a grammar forum kind of. Okay. So for each forum, you're going to have an initial post, and then you're going to have a reply due 2 days later where you're going to reply to another student's post. Okay? So I'm going to show you what that's about. Where was I? Let me X out some of this stuff. Okay. Discussion forum guidelines. There's a participation rubric that goes with that as well. Okay, which you can consult here. Okay, and then so for the culture forum guidelines, okay, this just tells you what it's going to be like, okay? The culture forums are allowed to write in English, okay? Because there are a lot of thoughts that you're going to want to be expressing, probably more complicated, complex things than you can do with basic Spanish right now. So we want to get you guys really sharing in this, okay? So culture topics will have, and you'll have like 10 sentence minimum, okay, that you need to write, and it'll tell you the due dates. Okay, the first post will be due on Tuesday, 11:59, and then the replies will be due by Thursday, 11:59. Okay, so this is our real interesting discussion forums. I'm excited about these. And if you want to find the list of all of the discussion forums that we have, you go to Tools, and then you go to Discussions, and everything's gonna pop up. And I'll take you there in a little bit. Okay, but let's just finish this up real fast. Okay, and then the second type of forum, we have the culture one, right? The second one is language. So that's the ones that are going to be written in Spanish, okay? So practicing using the grammar and the vocabulary that we've been studying during that week, putting it into practice, okay? And so those are due on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays is the initial one, and then the reply will be due on a Friday, okay? And these you have to write in Spanish, okay? And the specific instructions for each week are going to be on the discussion forum, okay? So that's there as well. So let me go back to our checklist, or a checklist, okay? Week 2, now you're seeing what I see, which is fine. I don't really, oh no, wait, we're another student, that's cool. Okay, let's go to Wednesday, because that's when it's going to say post assignment on week 2 language forum, okay? So this is on your checklist again. Remember, the Connect assignments are here. Tells you do a Google Hangout, okay? Then here, since it's a Wednesday, you're going to have one of these discussion forums due. So click a link here, and now you're at the discussion forum, okay? And so it's going to give you the instructions, okay? For this one, you're going to have to write a description about a famous person. It gives you all the instructions that you need, okay? And so then you're going to, it's not open yet, but it will be. Once it's open, you'll be able to respond, okay? If you want to see all of them, okay, all of the discussions, go to Discussions, under Tools, okay? And as you see, we do have one due this coming Sunday, the very first week, which is just introducing yourself, okay? And I've posted an example there, okay, so you guys can look at that as an example. Here's our week 2 discussion forums, okay? Here's the Cultura one. You see it's going to be about football, so for your soccer fans, that'll be for you. Okay, and then here's the Lengua, the language one. This one's going to be written in Spanish, okay? And then for week 3, you'll see there's more, okay? We'll be talking about creencias religiosas, no? For culture. And so you'll see all the types of forums that we have under discussions, okay? Also, other things that you can find under discussions are, if you have questions for me, like during the week, just grammar, anything, or vocab for each chapter, you can ask me, and I'll respond on these forums here, okay? The Google Hangout partners are here for each week, like I said before. Okay. Week 6, 7, 8. And then last at the bottom, we have Ask a Classmate for Help on any assignment or anything. You guys can communicate on these forums here, okay? Last but not least, let me talk about office hours, okay? Office hours are going to be Tuesday, Thursdays from 10 to 11, or you can email me and we can set up an appointment. But you're going to go to Online Rooms for office hours, okay? And then you're going to click here on Join the office hours that are virtual, and you're just going to have to download a quick program, but you'll be able to type your questions, and also we can either do video or audio consultation like if it were normal office hours. And this is open to all of the students, okay? So if you have any more questions, just email me. See you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.